notice at the camera? It's actually recording, but when you're recording, you can only take a picture by like, and then it captures it. We have made it to Reykjavik. Last night we had a layover in Denver, so we just stayed at an Airbnb and then flew out yesterday afternoon. It's weird to say yesterday because then we just flew through the night, and with the time change we landed at like 6 a.m. So I got 30 minutes of sleep on the plane, maybe. Tim did not get any, but we're determined to get on Iceland's schedule. Gosh, Tim, what did we do? We just walked a little side street. We found a cute place where we could have some food. And then at that place, there was like a little map. And so we looked, and there's like a main street that we're just right next to, and we didn't even realize. And so I took some footage there. We walked around, but we are clearly not awake right now. And so we walked. I'm up. We walked down and like went into a few stores. But there's a lot that I want to go into that we didn't, but we were just kind of like scouting the area, you know? And then we walked back along the shore, made it back to our B&B, and no, we had lunch first after that. And then we got back to our Airbnb where we realized we grabbed the wrong keys and had to break in using Tim's photo ID, so...
I deny all knowledge of this.
It's legal because we're supposed to be in this building.
I have never broken into an apartment, house, B&B, or any other residence that was period.
It's like 3 p.m. and the day is still ahead of us, so we're going to go to these not bath houses, just like a pool area with a hot tub. Gonna relax, try to soak our bodies after a long flight, walking around some, and then see where the day takes us after that. Proper influencer moment. Tim, do you want to show off your outfit? Do you want to show off your outfit? Shoes off the bed.
I was doing my Captain Morgan.
You did it really good. I love you.
I love you too. You ready?
Yes. Okay, it's day 2 and I barely filmed yesterday. I think I didn't realize how hard vlogging would be when you've had almost like no sleep for 48 hours. Yesterday we did go to the pools. They were incredibly just perfect for what we needed. So we were there for about 2 hours, and then on the walk back, it was like a 20-minute walk, and it's so beautiful because it's between, our apartment is right next to like this long street with a bunch of shopping and like that rainbow road you might see pictures of with the chapel at the end of it. We're 5 minutes from there, and we just walk all the way down that road, take a turn or two, and then we're at the pools. On the walk back, we stopped at one of the restaurants, had some lamb burgers, and we made the rest of the walk back, went to bed pretty early, and then woke up in the middle of the night. Our systems are just not with it right now. But that was nice because we got to see the midnight sun, see what that was like, and then crashed again and obviously slept for a really long time. And I can't think of anything else to add right now. Today we are going to meet our photographer at 2 p.m. In about an hour or so. It was really nice and picked a place like right next to us since we don't have a car yet. And then at 4:30 p.m. we have a food tour where it's going to be like a 3-hour tour. A guide is going to take us to different places to eat around the city proper. It's going to be a lot of traditional Icelandic food, which we're really excited about, and it's also just going to be a lot of food in general, which we're excited about. We paid a little bit extra for a private tour because we're like, it's our honeymoon. Let's just do it. You don't really demand your modeling fee these days.
It's true, I don't. Why am I not getting my modeling fee? Spoon, will that work? I'll carry your coffee if you can carry the other stuff.
Okay, let me just get a quick shot of the inside of this place.
Can you imagine what kind of life that would be? You're allowed only one orgasm, and once you have it, you die.
But think of it this way, it's the best orgasm of your life. You didn't laugh at my joke!
And he goes back to the master and say like, it's an isolated place, we don't want to go there. Well, the whole island was isolated, nobody lived here back in those days. I don't know if you cook or not, but cod, boiled potatoes, melted butter on the top. That's it. That's how we eat. Kids hate it. So they put ketchup on the top. The oven, maybe they get it from somewhere else. But the traditional way also to make this bread was to make it in the ground, in the where the hot springs are.
He's my model.
Do like a bigger shopping or anything.
Right. But you said you pointed out some products.
Yeah. It's malt extract. Do you know what malt is? Well, you just have to try it later on.
Okay.
And for Christmas, we mix this with a sort of Icelandic orange drink, which is like kind of Fanta, let's say like that.
Okay.
And the factory is quite nice, and they have this beautiful ice cream shop. So there's dry fish, and it really goes well with the butter.
Okay.
I really recommend you to try it at least. Give it
It looks good.
It does look
Yeah,
good.
everything except one secret ingredient. There is a secret ingredient here. And we are eating in the oldest restaurant of those houses.
Oh, wonderful. I increasingly realize you picked a great spot for Airbnb.
Yeah.
Literally right next door.
We're like our building's right there.
He's like, I want one. One what? A sculpture of myself. If you have an evening, then you can definitely try it. And this, you got lobster soup with some bread, but maybe you should start with the...
Oh, start with this. Is that the shark?
It's not even a starter, but I thought like maybe it's better to start with this one because you will enjoy that one better.
Okay.
Oh, okay. This is the shark?
Yeah, this is the shark. Don't smell it, eat it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want a meal of that.
No. You should not chew too much.
Just fall. Sorry. I'm still trying to be polite about the food. This is
Greenland shark. The Greenland shark doesn't have kidney. So urine is all over the body.
Oh, I see.
And you have to cut it in pieces.
I didn't know what it was either. Well, are you ready to try whale? I've never had whale.
Yes. Wait, you get the big piece.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Yeah.
are we going to like this more than the
Yeah, it's nice.
You asked
No, I
first.
think so.
I like to be prepared.
No, you don't need to be prepared for this. Just,
Oh, that's good.
but we cannot see them most often because they are night trolls. So night trolls, they are awake only during the night time, because if the rays of sun will reach the troll, they will turn into rock.
So are they asleep in the winter? I mean, in the summer?
Yeah, they are like more or less asleep in the summertime. And when you travel and you can see big rocks, you know, looking at you, and you think that it's a rock and there's some geological explanation, there's not.
I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. I've got a song that I sing, I can make the rain go anytime I move my finger. Lucky me, can't you see I'm in love? I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love.
I believe the last I vlogged, we ran into some friends on the street. I knew we were close by, like a mile, half a mile away, and we were walking down one of the main streets, and they waved at us. We went and got a drink. It was really fun. I don't know that I ever got the pronunciation down, but the Boothir Black Church is where we got married. So that day we arrived and saw my family who had already arrived. We hadn't seen them since getting to Iceland. Had dinner with them, went on a walk around to see the chapel and the beach nearby and just enjoy it. The next day we spent sort of a slow morning getting ready, and then it got really busy once we jumped into the wedding stuff. So our photographer arrived at 11. I started getting ready. My sister was in the room with me. Her husband was hanging out. Tim was hanging out. We were already legally married, so it wasn't don't see each other at all the day of thing. But we did do a first look. So he walked out before I put on the dress and all the other things. And then we set out on the photography session. So the photographer took pictures of us outside the church with the whole group. So we walked around the area because it's so beautiful. And then we went to 4 different sites after that. And it was a 4 or 5 hour photography session. And all of our guests were warned beforehand. Bring snacks, we'll try to provide some, but there's going to be like a 5-hour gap between the ceremony and dinner. And most of them traveled with us, at least the first half. Our photographer was flying, so we kind of lost them behind us. And then after that, we headed back to the chapel, had a gorgeous dinner, and that was about it. Afterwards, Tim and I did a final walk along the beach and had a little adventure there. And the next day, we had to get up early actually to drive back from the peninsula all the way to the airport. I should have booked the car an extra day, but I didn't. I was like, oh, we'll just return it the day after the wedding, forgetting we'll have to get up early, drive 3 hours, drop it off, have a 45-minute bus ride back to the stop, walk to our B&B for 20 minutes. We were exhausted, had barely slept, and it was quite a lot. It was cool though that on the way there we picked up 2 Polish girls who were hitchhiking to Reykjavik I get really nervous because to me hitchhiking is so dangerous, but in Europe it's much more common. But I was like, we have to pick them up. What if someone dangerous gets them? And Tim was like, okay. But then the rest of yesterday, we got back early afternoon from all the car stuff. Tim, what did we do yesterday afternoon? We were so tired. That's the problem, is we had barely slept for like 48 hours. We were exhausted. We had been walking a lot with the photography sessions and also not being able to be bundled up during a lot of those pictures. Our bodies were very worn out. All the driving had worn us out. So last night we were trying to push to not fall asleep early. We went out, we had dinner at one place, and then we went to a place called the Drunk Rabbit to have some drinks. It was a really cool Irish bar with a man playing live music. I'm pretty sure we slept for like 10 hours last night. We just crashed hard, woke up late this morning, and today we have been to one museum so far. Today is our museum day. So we're going to go, we just went to the art museum. We want to go to the Viking Museum next, and then the Phallic Museum, and then if we have the energy, their National Museum. Tomorrow, the Golden Circle, the next day, South Island, the next day, the Blue Lagoon, and I think we have one free day before we go to London. So I just figured out how to completely clear an SD card. I'm going to try to film the rest of this trip pretty consistently. The last 2 days I wasn't going to bother, but the neighbor to this Airbnb has this air mattress that he puts a towel on top of it and just lays it outside, and when it's sunny, he just lays out in a Speedo, which I'm obsessed with. I love a Speedo. And just no care in the world.
I like getting videos of you walking towards things if you want to go ahead and do it.
I guess we can eat here.
The teenage collection.
Oh my gosh.
It's just a historian who,
University of Edinburgh.
I guess he decided that there was a gap in dick historians.
And he's not wrong.
Someone needed to do the work, and it was him.
Really needed to fill that hole.
Oh, I love this guy.
You can hear me.
Oh. Little.
And then, of course, we will start our journey. Now, it could be a few minutes delay like this morning, since it's not the only street that's closed.
Yeah, I was actually in the process of lifting it up to get it higher.
It's just a full, it's just a year old.
You're so majestic.
That's a classic one, Reynisfjara. And there are some beautiful flower formations there. And this is so green and, you know, it's just so good for sustainability.
Closer.
It's getting bigger and bigger because it's so popular for tourists to come here. There you can walk to the black sand beaches, just there.
you're good.